I'm Ellis Shergill. I'm 17 years old. If you couldn't tell from the accent, I'm American. Yeah, a little bit about myself. I play football, I'm into photography, I like to do art, I'm learning Spanish, another language. I have two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister. And yeah, I grew up in a Christian household. That's my testimony. But I mean, I know for a lot of young people, it's kind of, or a lot of people who go to KCC, it's like that, you know, you're raised in a Christian household and you don't have like this amazing testimony, but it was just kind of more of like a personal journey, I suppose, more of a gradual journey. So yeah, that's mine. As a kid, I was like really, really fearful, and I was so scared of just everything really. Like I was scared of dying mainly, which is a bit deep. But yeah, I was scared of dying. I was scared that like some of my close friends or family would die. That was my biggest fear, just because I was so, like, my brain couldn't comprehend what happens after I die. And I knew that I would go to heaven, but I was like, forever is a very, very long time. So I didn't really know how it was gonna work. And I mean, I'm never gonna know how it's gonna work until I die, but yeah, like I would literally have like panic attacks all the time, and I would cry in my room, and the only people who really knew about it were my family, because I didn't want to tell loads of people, obviously. I found it a bit embarrassing. But I prayed about it loads, and my family were praying for me for like 2 or 3 years, I think. And then like gradually over time, like my fear just started to go and go, and I was starting to realize, like, because I mean during that time I was kind of like, what is the point of being on earth? Like, it's all gonna end at some point, so I don't really know what the point of this is, if you know what I mean. I just kind of felt purposeless and pointless. But yeah, and then I guess over time, yeah, that feeling just started to go and go more, and I felt more like supported by my family, and God just kind of took my fear away, and he kind of showed me that I'm on this earth for a reason, and this is all plans. Like, it has a point. He wouldn't just put us on this earth for fun, you know, to mess us around a bit. But yeah, so my fear was just really taken from me, and it was just a major step, because I could finally live out every day thinking like, oh, I'm doing this, like I have a purpose, I have a point. But then there comes that point as well in every teenager's life where they're kind of like, but am I really good enough? Like, what is my purpose? My purpose isn't as good as theirs, or you just have self-doubt. And yeah, he helped me through that as well so much, because I've never really been like the loudest person in the room, or you know, I just felt like I didn't stand out, and I would compare myself to other people. But over time, yeah, God really I felt like I had no purpose, and he gave me a purpose. And I started to realize that he made me exactly who I am for a reason, and he chose me, and he made me to live in this earth. He's made this earth for us humans to live on, because he loves us, and he has this amazing plan. And I have a fear that my purpose isn't good enough, but then I have an even bigger fear that this whole thing has no purpose. But I've been reassured by God that that's not true, and that he has made me and made everyone to be exactly who we are. But yeah, the reason why God is my number one, why Jesus is my number one, is because he's just given me a purpose beyond understanding. And every day I kind of realize it more and more, and I get more excited for the life that I'm gonna live and that I'm living now. And I get excited for what I can do for his kingdom. How is God challenging me now? I feel like right now I've been tested to put that purpose into practice, because I think it's all very well nice, like saying that I want to live in God's plan for me, but like actually having to trust in him has been quite a struggle recently, because I obviously have my own preferences and my idea of how my life's going to go. Everyone plans out their life, don't they, at some point? And I just kind of have to trust him right now because I don't know really. Yeah, I don't know what's to come, but he does. So I have to just trust that he can see the best plan for me. And right now I'm taking like a big step into my future, and I'm deciding what I'm going to be doing in my future, where I'm going to be going, universities and all that. And I just have to trust that he's taking me to the right place, which is really hard because I think that the path he's taking me down isn't always, you know, what I thought I had in mind, but I know that it will work out for best for me in the end. So yeah. Last question was, how can I encourage young people who are struggling to put God first? I think struggling to put God first is like so normal and it's so human. I mean, we're all human, so we all fall short of the glory of God. I think that struggling to put God first in our lives is so easy because we're all human and we all fall short of the glory of God. So we all do it, and I wouldn't be discouraged because you're not the only one. But I think I always think of, what am I storing up my riches for? Am I storing up riches for earth, or am I storing up riches for heaven? And I know that the more that I spend time reading my Bible and spending time with God, I am paving my way towards him and his kingdom, and I'm becoming a better person myself. And I know that my life will be better the more time I spend with him and the more I devote myself to him. But when I choose, you know, to binge Netflix for like 3 hours instead of spend time with him, or, you know, if you game, or just pretty much come up with any excuse not to spend time with him, I know that that's storing up riches in earth, and I'm just doing what pleases me right now. And it's so hard to choose God over, you know, things that are just easier. But I think if you're storing up riches in heaven, if you think of it like that, it's so important, because you think, how am I pleasing God right now? He is probably so proud of me for choosing him over what satisfies me right now.